Be happy. Be healthy. Be your best. Be your best.
All right, so here we go. This was a rough year for me. Got to tell you a little story. I did fine when I turned 40. No big deal. No midlife crisis. Turned 50. No problem whatsoever. Turned 60. Eh, no big deal. 65. Medicare came and went. Signed up. Realized that they were saying that 10 years earlier was when I could have taken an older person's discount on all these places, and I never thought about it. So I was 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know you're not supposed to ever ask a lady her age, but hey, I can do this. So this last year was really difficult because all of a sudden I realized, oh my goodness, I'm going to turn 70. 70. When? How did that happen? And I realized that the last decade, my mom moved in with me. She's 90 now. And my daughter moved back in with me. Her husband died unexpectedly, and she moved in with 3 grandkids. And we moved into a super gen home. And I have my son and his wife, who's a nurse, and the kids, and my mom, and 2 cats, a dog, a corn snake. Life just happened over the last 7 years. The other thing that I realized was that, and I've talked to quite a few clients about this and they agree, is that there was a weird thing that happened with COVID where COVID hit. And so 2020 was weird. 2021 was weird. 2022 was weird. We started to recover in 2023. 2024, I don't know if you can actually say that anything ever got back to normal, but you know what I'm saying. And every single one of the people that I talk to say the same thing. It feels like that 3 or 4 years, we actually didn't live those years. It's almost like you jumped over those 4 years. And so once I recognized that, I realized that's exactly what it felt like. It's like I went from 65 to 69, but it wasn't normal. Just jumped over those years. So at any rate, here I am, 69 years old, facing being 70. So I had a few rough months. I really wasn't happy about the fact that it was coming up. But once the number hit, it was really weird. Within 2 weeks, it didn't bother me at all. And I started thinking about it, and it was like, all right, girl, you've started a podcast, you're traveling, you go and do videos for university courses in Utah. You're developing a whole system that is about to be launched in California for first responders, firemen, police departments, hospitals, different things like that. You have a clinic you're running. You're taking care of your mom. You're running after a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, lifting them up, putting them down, going out for walks at night, whole 9 yards. I basically have the energy of when I was about 40 to 45 years old, and I'm very healthy. So I started to think about, how old are you really? In fact, I took a survey online and it had 45 things that you may have done in your life. And it said to check mark which ones you had done and see where you were at as far as your life. And so I went through the survey just for the fun of it. And it turned out that there was only one thing out of 45 I had not done. And I had done about a dozen more. And I started reflecting on the fact that where I am right now at 70 is that I've had a very rich, very full life. And it's not slowing down or changing. It's just going. I will never retire. I come from New England parents that were hard workers, really strong work ethic, always busy, always projects and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, the one thing that I didn't do is I've never jumped out of an airplane with a parachute. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I started thinking about, so what really has contributed to how I feel? Because I started looking around and oh my gosh, I see these people that are the same age as me. They're not doing anything and they're depressed and they feel old and they act old and they look a lot older. And I'm just like, I'm just going to start kind of looking at this and see what I can do in a podcast about the research I did. So how old are you really? Well, it's just a number, but it's up to you. It's up to you about how old are you really. So I looked up some of the main things that you really can look at. And if you're starting to have that funny feeling like, wow, where am I in life and how many years do I have left? And oh my gosh, look at these and think about any changes you can make. to get it to where internally, which then starts to reflect on the outside, what you can do to have it be where literally that age is just a number for you, but it isn't who you actually are with the regular social recognition. So one of them is flexibility and balance. How many times have you seen where somebody, when they get older, like I can bend over and put my hands flat on the floor with my knees straight. Okay. I have no problem with movement, picking things up, getting over things, and things like that. And yet I've seen where people, when they get older, if they lose the flexibility, that starts to really limit them in what they can do. And then if they start to lose their balance, it's actually one of the main reasons that older people end up in hospice is because they fall, like they break something seriously, and that's really the end of their mobility, period. So keeping flexibility and balance is why you see some people that in their 90s, you see they're still doing marathons. They may be the last one to cross the finish line, but they're still moving, they're trucking along, they're doing a marathon. So think about how flexible are you really? And how good is your balance? Can you balance on one leg with your other one up for about a minute? Can you do it on both sides? Think about those things. That's something you want to improve. The other one is strength training and cardio. I recently started lifting weights again because I recognize that my muscle tone over the last 4 years has really gone south, so to speak, because I was starting to run after kids and take care of kids. And a lot of the things that I had been doing, like regularly at the gym and stuff, kind of fell by the wayside. So, strength training, not only for muscles, but also for bone strength and cardio, even if it's just regular good walking in order to keep the body strong. Activities, volunteer, to do some volunteer work or have a hobby if you're retired. For me, I love to travel. I'm so busy with my clinic and I travel for my clinic a lot, but I also do some trips on the side that are just for me personally to just keep myself where I'm engaged. So, volunteer, do hobbies, travel, consistent movement during the day. Too much sitting, they're starting to equate it to almost like smoking. Too much sitting. Get up every hour. Make sure you get up, stand up, move a little, stretch a little. And then brain games, keeping an active mind. Some people learn an instrument, some people do puzzles, some people decide to learn a language. Whatever it is, challenge your mind to keep active because when the mind is active and younger, the body follows. Then stay socially engaged. Some people, when they get older, have a tendency to isolate. They get to the point where they're not flexible, they're not moving, they're not engaging, they're sitting in a chair, they're watching TV. They're just, they need to, if you notice in yourself that you're starting to get that tendency, get out of the house. Go to, if nothing else, go to the library, go to a coffee shop, go to a concert, go to a museum. Whatever it is, if you're getting older, stay engaged. Do not isolate. And then what we work on so much in our clinic with people, testing them and helping them with is nutrition, hydration, and self care. Basically, your body, your energy, your strength, your life is what you take in, what goes out, and what stays behind. And so much nutrition is so important. There are different supplements you can take for brain health. There are different things that can just help the heart. There are minerals that you can take, digestive aids you can take that from the inside out can keep the body young and performing well. Hydration, can't overstate it. The body needs water for everything. The brain massively needs water with electrolytes. The body needs water to transport nutrients and take away waste. And then self care. Just, if you're finding yourself feeling older in a slump, if you're female, maybe you need to go to the gym and take some classes. Maybe you need to just pitch your makeup and get some new makeup. Maybe you need just a few new clothes. Maybe you need to declutter your closet. There's all kinds of things that you can look at that can make it where you take care of yourself from a physical standpoint, a mental standpoint, an emotional standpoint. So our goal is to keep you young in body, mind, and spirit. And that involves the things that we've talked about here and other things too. But I just wanted to highlight the things today that are the main points. So, how old are you really? It really is just a number, but it also is entirely up to you.